And we begin this morning with Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu. Prime Minister, thank you so much for joining us. I understand as we begin this interview, Tel Aviv is again under an alert that the sirens have just gone off.
Well, the sirens went off because Hamas have fired rockets on Israel's major city. They're firing rockets at all our cities. I want your audience to imagine what it would be like if all the cities of the United States, I'm not just talking about New York and Washington, I'm talking about all the cities of the United States, from the East Coast to Colorado, 80% of your population would be in bomb shelters with a minute to a minute and a half red alert warning time to get into those shelters. That's what we're experiencing right now as we speak. So this is an unconscionable terrorist attack on civilian populations, and of course we have to act to defend ourselves.
How many rockets have been fired so far, Prime Minister, from the Gaza?
Right now over 400 rockets on Israel's cities. Maybe the number has increased to closer to 500. That is, many more rockets were actually fired, but those are the ones that made it into the space above our population centers. So we're talking perhaps a larger number. But you know, there are two things about this. One is the fact that this is a deliberate Hamas terrorist weapon, and with the exception of chemical weapons or nuclear weapons, it's the ultimate terror weapon. And any country would act to defend itself against this. We are doing exactly what any country would do, you would do, if you were targeted from across the border. You would try to pinpoint the rocketeers. That's what we're doing. Now we come into the other problem. See, the Hamas and the other terrorist groups like Islamic Jihad are firing from Gaza when their rocketeers and their command posts are embedded in homes, hospitals, next to kindergartens, mosques. And so we're trying to operate to target them surgically. But the difference between us is that we're using missile defense to protect our civilians, and they're using their civilians to protect their missiles. So naturally, they're responsible for all the civilian deaths that occur accidentally. We're sorry for any accidental civilian death, but it's the Hamas that bears complete responsibility for such civilian casualties.